less. They're going to occupy this real estate, but Dolly's going to kind of be the anchor, holding it down to make sure no teams are coming from the south side of the map. Meanwhile, Dell and Nasky going to try and see if they can get some long-range poke, level up their Evo shields. But teams are just starting to clump here at Harvester, and one team that's under some duress, it's Na'Vi.
Oh yeah, they're down their Gibby. They don't have the same cover with the dome. See them just trying to hold this position, but with this position, you know that a third party is going to move in. Oh, we hit those shots, getting a knock off of that. Now they're going to be able to move in. They see the opportunity, but there is another squad coming in for the third party.
Kuya, disgusting play from him, but he's going to get shut down here, all up to Strafe. The last alive, it's a 1v1. And I'm not sure if he wants to let the revive come through. He might actually just say, you know what, let's trade revive for revive here. Tosses a Kobe type of thermite, has the portal to get his teammate back up, and it looks like both teams will reset. Clean and Na'Vi, they go again.
See the other squad moving in. They hear the res coming out, and they're going to be able to finish it off here. Now Na'Vi get the KP for that, and they're away from the line of sight of the third party, so they're just hugging the corner.
Look at Infernal trying to get some cheeky angles, but not really going to do much there. 14 squads remain in game number 6. This is the finale of what's been a exciting, action-packed Group A versus C so far. Eternal started strong with a win. We'll see if they can end strong and bookmark it with a win as well. Now they get the revive. Oh, but the third party's going to come.
Oh, and the follow-up with the EMP too. Na'Vi's in trouble. Only 2 members left, but look how low they are. Can they pull off these heals? We know that the Eternal's also on the high ground right now, overlooking a lot of this action. Yeah,
Eternal might want a third party this if they have a chance, but they have such a good position in Harvester, they don't want to give it up because they know as soon as they leave the third party, some team's going to take their spot. Wise decision for Eternal to hold on to high ground, and a good job right here from Shex. He's going to shut down Na'Vi. That is it. Goodbye and good night to Na'Vi in their game 6.
That's No Fear Gaming, who was putting on so much of that pressure. But again, we have to note Eternal were on the high ground, noting everything that was happening. A lot of these squads are already making the rotation, like you were calling it, Fallout, into this circle, into Harvester. But it's about the timing of making these rotations, because you know that once you get in there, a lot of these third parties are going to come out when you're trying to clutch out some of that KP. You want to make sure you get as many points as possible for this game 6, the final game within our region.
That's right. As things slow down here, notice how Alliance is going to have to rotate, and Hockey is the rotator legend trying to help that and make that decision. It's going to be a tough rotation for Alliance, a tough game for Alliance, but knowing them, they'll find a way. As we switch on over to Dead Inside, absolute carnage with the defensive bombardment. Here comes the drop from Valkyrie, trying to get some nice high ground angles, and they're pushing this last solo.
That's exactly what they're going to do, and they also have the beacon right on top of this building too, so once they finish, they can clean up Dead Inside with that KP. They can easily just scan that beacon if they haven't done so already, which is why there was probably fighting happening in that building.
Hockey's going for a potential kidnap. Is he going to do it? And the defensive bombardment's going to stop that and shut that down real quick. Instead, he uses it for some slight positioning. And if Vive says, yeah, I don't need the portal, I can just walk it.
Oh, but it actually forces them to back off a little bit. This Le Sique de France actually fighting for this high ground. They want to have a good overlook of the action happening in Harvester without getting too close, putting themselves at risk, and Alliance are backing off. I like that decision to disengage because they're noting that right now the trade may not be in their favor with Le Sique de France seeing another squad behind them. Yeah,
Le Sique de France is doing such a good job gatekeeping Alliance right now. I mentioned it earlier. This is going to be a really tough zone for Alliance to work their way into, especially with Le Sique de France keeping them from pushing. Of course, when we say gatekeep, for those that are new to competitive Apex, it's when a team kind of holds the keys to the gate and disallows another team from entering into where the next zone is going to be by standing up a defensive wall, essentially what Le Sique de France is doing right now in purple, highlighted on your screen.
And in perfect positioning too. You can see right now as Alliance is just getting booted out of this position, they're forced to decide whether they want to make a longer rotation off to the side, but they have to start thinking about it right now. They have 35 seconds to move into this next circle.
It looks like Alliance decides to actually rotate and swing wide. Wise decision from them. I'd love to hear their comms. Let's jump into a listen-in with Alliance.
For now, just hold me. Hold me. Get it. Just go, play the spot. You gotta go, come here.
Yeah, come. Yeah,
you gotta come here.
I'm coming.
Please don't be a team here. That would fucking suck dick.
Just run.
That would suck massive cock if there's a team
Pop in a cell? We safe
it?
it?
Have time for this?
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah,
this is good. Still good. Did you say there was a team on tunnel, Akis?
Yeah.
Fuck. They should fight.
Rock the drone.
Ooh, might have to. Ooh, no, I should be fine.
Yeah.
I should be fine. Nice. Good shit. That's what we like to see. Good comms.
I got 7 cells. Akis, how many cells?
12 cells and 2 Phoenix hits. And
Kick is knocked. 1 knocked by Kick. This is really good for us.
We need to play aggressive right side now. I'm Phoenix here.
How many cells did you manage to pick up?
I'm 12, 12, 12.
Okay.
I'm dropping 4 here. Dropping 4.
No one's
Careful.
actually peeking.
Let's see where this pulls. See where this pulls. We can take high ground here. High ground is playable because nobody's behind us.
Top one cell. How many cells do you have, Yuki?
I have 7.
Okay, take that.
Okay.
Ah, you
Oh, this is fucking.
cocksucking
What the
fucking
Valko underneath
shit
here
son.
or something? Yeah, what the Valko underneath here or something?
I'm not drop down and look lava. I'm not look lava. There's only 12 gold though. There should be some spots free.
Maybe even out here. No, we
Yeah.
can't.
Just hold me. I'm trying to
Holding,
scout as
holding.
much possible.
Okay. Did kick get finished? Do you know?
No, this is a team here. Team here. Might be a solo caustic here. No, not a solo. No solo. Valkyrie be caustic. Or Val caustic something.
Could be solo though. There is a solo. Oh, he died. Kick her out. Kick her out.
Shit. Just keep looking about. Is there anyone in here?
Fuck, dude.
I don't see anybody inside. I do not see anybody inside.
I'm knocking the door.
I
It's
think
free, it's free,
Titus
it's free.
left.
Okay, move up
No,
to me.
no,
Move
no,
up
high
to me.
staking, high
Move
staking,
up to me.
54
Move up to
people.
me.
Yeah.
Take this fucking room.
I need to sell.
Yeah, self first.
I'm
gonna walk
scouting
with
low
vibes.
ground, I'm scouting low
We're gonna
ground.
go believe. We're gonna go beneath. Healer first, vibes. We're gonna move together here like a
There's
fucking.
no. I don't see anyone on the other side. I don't see anyone on the other side.
Okay, we're good. Go.
So,
I'm gonna make a
No, but-
TP for it. I'm making a TP for me from below here. Okay.
yeah.
You gotta look for me. I don't know
I'm
if it's safe. I
trying to look
don't know
for
if it's safe. Ah, there's a team there. There's a team there. I'm
Wanna
gonna see
go
if I'm
back?
in here though. I'm gonna see if I'm in here. Okay, no, hold. Keep holding. Keep holding.
I think I'm in a shit spot.
Where's the come here. Come here. We take this corner. We take this corner. We take this corner.
Okay.
We take this corner.
I'm coming.
I'm with you.
There's
With
a
you.
drone here. There's a drone here. Careful the other side.
I'm on the TP.
Crack the one on the side. Crack the one on the other side.
Take a TP.
Yeah, you can take TB.
Yeah, take it. It's safe. Just cross to me.
Focus over
Cross to
side.
me.
Focus over side. Focus
Cross
over
to
side. I'm gonna come to you, Hackers.
We gotta look for a 3P above us now. We gotta look for a 3P above us. I'm batting.
I only have one cell now.
I got double headshot.
Careful, Phoenix, take it. Don't peek now. We don't have resources. No reason to peek at all.
Yeah, I'm 2-7. Just count nades now.
Why take this house?
Faculty.
Care about
2-7.
ulti. Do you
Five.
ulti cell? Ulti
Give me
cell?
armor
Ulti cell?
vibes.
Yeah, I have to.
And yet another great rotation from Alliance. They're outside of zone, had to find a way around Le Cité France, who was gatekeeping, and they find themselves in a somewhat okay spot here coming into this late game.
Interested to see here too. A lot of his squads that have already been booted out of this lobby, the final game, dead inside, still racking up a lot of KP. See Gambit Esports now putting themselves out in the open. Nice to know that there's another squad right behind them, but these Arc Stars getting the break, getting them down, and now Hardeki, who's been so consistent all week long now, moving in, having to pop the shield back in time. They have the safety of the dome to avoid this bombardment, but that's also some insurance to ensure that they won't get pushed.
Hardeki is playing out of his mind today. We saw him last game clutch up. Now connects for a long-range Arc Star. Some way, somehow still alive here. 10 squads remain, make it 9. As Gambit might find their earliest exit all tournament this game unless they can clutch up. And Hardeki does it again.
How does he do it all the time? The EVA 8 the strafing, just being
Wow.
able to also call in the mobile respawn
Yeah.
beacon right next to the box too. Gambit Esports, they are rolling the dice here, but they are loving their positioning all the way through.
Yeah, and ultimately, they're on fire. I mean, they can't be stopped right now. They're playing such good Apex. And now we jump on board with Rascals again, who has taken out a few teams already. 4 or 5 or 6 kills right now in the hands of Rascals. Great work from them. I'd love to check in with some other teams here. GMT, how do they rotate? Are they still alive? As we'll try and keep an eye on the overall teams alive tracker here in a moment. And we got 7 teams left. GMT is one of them.
GMT, yeah, is still in this. I'm wondering, yeah, right here, actually, looking, it's a 2-man squad, actually, and they were unable to get Nessie's banner, so that's going to be crucial because they won't have the intel necessary for their safe rotation since they don't have the crypto on the team.
Yeah, I think we have 3 teams at the bottom of this donut. We know Alliance is one of them. And we're going to have a bit of a standoff here. They'll stare at each other like a good old Western across the way. Alliance, we mentioned, the other. And you see them nearby. And, of course, 5 other squads above them and nearby as well.
Excited to see what Alliance is going to do right here. They're going to ease their way into the circle, noting that there's a squad right above them, too. Want to funnel out. That's Gambit Esports actually off to the side. They're backing off. They just want to go in for some pokes before Alliance now has made their aggressive rotation into the circle.
And I love when you see a Gambit and Alliance clash. It's always a fun fight. So we got Gambit nearby. Alliance might just try and take them out because they know they have Gambit behind them, and they're going to have to clean them out eventually. So I wonder how Alliance play this. Do they decide to double back for that team, or will they just let themselves get sandwiched? I mean, that is not the right option here, and the sandwich is going to come through. And as you always say, in a sandwich of Apex, you never want to be the meat, you want to be the bread. And right now, the meat is just eaten up.
Oh no, hold the condiments here. Gambit Esports now are in some trouble too. They're going to be able to get the res, but forcing out the dome, letting everybody know on the high ground that they're getting the res right here, and they're going to get dove on. They get taken out. Rascals capitalizing off of that situation. That's Gambit and Alliance out.
Wow. And as we say that, it looks like they're just going to double back, get those free kills, take that positioning now, and find themselves in a great spot with a ton of opportunity for shield swaps. Look at all the loot, and you see Rascals probably in the best position. I mean, keep an eye in the top left. This is that final ring that's going to slowly close in and pull to that very central point you see on your map at the top left, and Rascals is right there. Best position team to win this game.
They need to hold this, and they're going to have so much loot to work with, too. Potential shield drops if they want to go for the quick shield swaps here, like GMT is trying to do in this situation. As a two-man squad, you can only have so much to work with, and you have those caustic barrels as some makeshift cover. Yeah,
and if there's two you want alive, it's going to be Dell, it's going to be Badoli on the Caustic, but a team of two in this scenario is not going to be a great situation. Are they going for the kidnap? No, they're going to drop a port, but that's going to be a port that they don't want to take because a team is right there ready for them. So that's a wasted portal. They're going to have to walk it, and it's going to be very rough for GMT.
At least what you could take away from that portal is they have the intel that there is a squad underneath there. They know that they can't take that portal out, and so that's something that they could try to work off of, but they also have to note that Le Sique de France, they're holding on to this high ground.
Yeah, this is a stacker in this late game. Stacked like pancakes. One team on top, one team on the mid ground, one team on the bottom and low ground. So in the end, we do have these four squads. Team of two in GMT, probably in the worst position you'd think. If they can pull something out of nothing, that would be beyond impressive. But Le Sique de France on top of the hill, or since I'm wearing a Greek god costume, I guess I'll say on top of the Acropolis right now, looking at their opponents.
No Fear Gaming also holding inside here. GMT Esports are moving in, though, as a duel. Rascal's going to note that here. They're still holding this low ground. They should not move. They're actually expecting a squad to maybe come out of the portal, not knowing that it was a two-man squad originally. Meanwhile, GMT, the squad that did try to roll up with the squad here, whether with the portal, but Dolly's a lone warrior left for GMT. He can't do it. The red Evo shield was too much from Sheds to be able to pull out from there. And so now Le Sique de France, they're still going to hold on to this high ground, looking at all the chaos happening underneath them.
And Dell just put in so much work, just needed Badoli to connect for 1 or 2 EV8 shots, and they would have clutched that 2v3, but instead, GMT goes out in fourth. We have Le Sique de France, we have Rascals, both on top of one another. Defensive bombardment's going to come through, that's going to be huge. That's going to force LCDF to pop their bubble, and they won't have it for the late game.
And Alpha got a knock in the process right before the dome had gone out. That's absolutely huge here. That's good intel for Rascals, but there is still a squad holding the inside of the building. They may not want to fully send it, but they have to still poke out eventually because they're going to get stuck in circle here.
Here comes the fight. It's going to be Alpha Draft flanking wide left with the 8v8 connecting for almost every shot. Joke is going to absolutely lay into their opponents, but in the end, it's Rascals who comes out on top as your champions of game number 6.
What a performance from Rascals, keeping their cool, climbing out of the low ground, having that situation built up for them, but the bombardment, forcing out Le Sique de France to put down their dome early was key there, especially that down that we saw before the fight even happened.
Wow, what a start from Alpha Draft. That's what really kicked things off for Rascals, right? They got the first knock as the defensive bombardment came through. Big misplay from LCDF. All they had to do is stay alive within that dome.
Wow.
And instead, Rascals with a monster Game 6 performance. 15 kills, 27 points. And we said it going into Game 6. We said any of these teams in the top 12 and top 11 in the standings overall, that's going to actually shove them down the standings a little bit. Underrated. Another team that had high expectations coming into Pro League with the pickup of Jazz from Third Impact, a former champion himself. Unfortunately, not able to perform today either. Those are the two that really stick out to me. Outside of that, Zeta and Navi, both with okay games. Didn't necessarily have the performance they would have liked either. But they'll at least go back. Surprise to me, Rebel in 35th place. That is not what you'd expect from the former Flavor of the Month Winter Circuit champions. Not the best start to Pro League 3 weeks in for them.
Absolutely. Well, let's actually